My family ignored my promotion yet again. With my bonus, I purchased a garage to start my own company. I posted a photo online, captioned, "My promotion gift to myself." Their rage was a beautiful sight. Alright, Reddit, let's set the stage for this saga. Before I explain how I upended my family's world, some context is crucial. Background is everything, so grab a snack and settle in. I'm Jordan, 32, male, a commercial plumber since I ditched community college at 19. Not because I couldn't handle academics. I was smart enough to avoid $80,000 in debt for a degree. For 10 years, my family flaunted my brother Elias's business degree and corporate career. Meanwhile, I mastered skills that keep civilization running smoothly. Elias has always been the golden child. He earned straight A's in high school, then a 4-year degree from a state university. He wed his college sweetheart, Selena, right after graduation. They bought a cookie-cutter suburban home with a white picket fence and a golden retriever named Bentley. I'm the family failure for choosing a trade over college. Never mind that I earned $68,000 annually maintaining the infrastructure for Elias's office building. For 13 years, every family gathering followed the same script. Elias was praised for his stable job and wise choices. I was lectured about not reaching my potential. They'd say it's never too late to go back to school. As if fixing a steam pipe at 2 a.m. in February is less skilled than QuickBooks data entry. The tension had been building for 8 years. I'd been grinding toward this moment, studying blueprints at night. I memorized building codes and learned HVAC integration. I built ties with contractors handling million-dollar projects. Last Tuesday, I was 40 feet underground fixing a main line for 6 downtown buildings. My phone rang, Regional Plumbing's corporate office. Margaret from HR asked me to meet at 3 p.m. Mr. Morrison wanted to discuss an opportunity. In my world, opportunity means overtime, a tragedy, or a promotion that matters. The meeting was the culmination of 8 years of hard work. Morrison got straight to the point. He called me the best field tech, no competition. He spread out metrics, client satisfaction, contract renewals, response times. I'd secured $2.3 million in new contracts this year alone. My emergency response time was 43 minutes, beating the company's 78-minute average. My heart pounded, but I kept a poker face. Carlos's retirement opened the regional supervisor role. It was mine if I wanted it, $85,000 base salary. A company F-150 platinum, upgraded health insurance, and a $25,000 signing bonus. $25,000, more than my parents ever saw in one lump sum. I accepted immediately. Leaving the office, I felt like I'd conquered Everest in steel-toed boots. I called Dad from the company lot, voicemail. Mom, voicemail. Elias, voicemail again. For 20 minutes, I stood there, my excitement fading like air from a flat tire. Same old story, when Jordan succeeds, no one's available. Yet Elias got a call back in an hour when his garbage disposal failed last month. 4 hours later, Elias finally called back. He apologized for missing my call, citing a hectic office day. Finally, someone seemed to care about my milestone. But then he shared his own news. He'd been promoted to senior account manager at his accounting firm. What a coincidence, both of us advancing on the same day. His promotion meant a $3,000 raise and a slightly larger cubicle. That's great, Elias, I said, hiding my disappointment. Dad was hosting a celebration dinner for Elias at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. The whole family was invited to honor Elias's mid-level role. The same family that ignored my calls about becoming regional supervisor of a $50 million operation. Oh, and Jordan, Mom expects you to chip in for the dinner. Ruth's Chris is pricey, and you've got that steady plumber income. Steady plumber income, like I'm a handyman, not a skilled tradesman. How much? About $600 for 6 people, with drinks and appetizers. Split 6 ways, it's nothing, they said. Except I'd be paying for Elias's party while my achievement was overlooked. I said I'd think about it, sipping coffee that tasted bitter. Wednesday morning, Elias texted while I fixed a boiler at Metro Manufacturing. He needed a huge favor, of course. Not a word about my new supervisor role. He had a client dinner with Metro Manufacturing, worth $150,000 annually. I knew Metro well, I'd saved their basement from a burst mainline once. He wanted an introduction to their facilities manager. Could I vouch for his firm? My professional network was suddenly valuable to him. I made the call because that's what family does. Tom, the facilities manager, picked up quickly. He'd heard about my promotion through the trades grapevine. I asked him to meet Elias's firm for their accounting pitch. Tom agreed because my word carried weight. That evening, I checked my phone and saw the family group chat. I'd been accidentally added 6 weeks earlier. Monday night's chat was still there, post Elias's promotion. Dad said Elias deserved a grand celebration. Mom suggested Ruth's Chris for their rising star. Elias wondered if they should invite me. Dad said I should contribute $600 since I got a plumbing bonus. Mom agreed, saying it was time I supported the family. Aunt Caroline doubted a plumber's bonus could be much. Elias mentioned my $25,000, questioning its truth. They planned my financial role before inviting me. Dad said I could finally do something meaningful, not just crawl in sewage. Mom didn't want me smelling like pipe dope at gatherings. They laughed, actual haha texts, mocking the guy who fixed their plumbing emergencies for free. It got worse. Tuesday's chat, after Elias asked for the Metro intro. He bragged about using my client contact. Dad was thrilled I was finally useful. Mom asked if they should mention my help. Elias said no, to avoid looking like they needed a plumber's connections. I screenshotted everything, sensing it would matter later. These weren't family, they were leeches in familiar skin. Saturday night followed the usual family routine. Mom's pot roast, Dad's old insurance stories, Elias acting like a CEO. I wore my regional supervisor polo and steel-toed boots. Dad eyed my outfit like I'd ruined his foyer. He demanded my payment for Elias's dinner. No congratulations, just a wallet grab. Mom said Elias's success deserved recognition. They called my $25,000 bonus a windfall. You mean the bonus I earned over 8 years? I stopped eating. Dad's face reddened. $600 would cover Elias's dinner and gift. Given my circumstances, it was fitting, he said. My circumstances? Earning well for a vital skill? I can't do $600, I declared. The room froze. Saying no was rare in our family. Elias asked what could be more important than family. The question I'd carried for 32 years. Hold up, you call it family while I've supported you all financially? Mom claimed that's what families do. Is it? My promotion calls went to voicemail. But Elias's mid-level promotion got a full celebration plan. Elias insisted they'd always supported me. When did you last ask about my work without needing a favor? Silence. I cited their money schemes and plumbing jabs. I'd seen them treat me like hired help. Dad called me soft. Family discussions, he said. Screw family, I'm done. They were stunned. Elias begged me not to leave. I reminded him of the Metro favor. Tom's now my biggest client. Guess who's not getting that referral? The silence was golden. Walking out felt like shedding heavy boots after a long shift. At 11:17 p.m., Uncle Billy called. Dad's brother, a construction black sheep, taught me to value trades. He heard I told Dad off. I shared the promotion, bonus, and family texts. Billy asked about my $25,000 plans. I mentioned the Industrial Avenue garage, 3 bays, prime location. I wanted to start Jordan's plumbing and mechanical. Billy offered to partner, tired of working for others. With 22 years in construction, his reputation was solid. We'd split it, me on plumbing, him on electrical and contracting. The building was $250,000, plus $40,000 for equipment. My $25,000 and a loan would cover it. We planned on napkins at Billy's table for 3 hours. Elias called next morning while I worked at Murphy's Diner. I said I was done being pushed around. Mom was crying. Dad was rewriting his will. Good, let him leave it to his favorite son. Elias begged for Metro help. Sink or swim on your own, I told him. Billy and I met Selena, the realtor, at the garage. It was perfect, set up for a transmission shop with lifts and updated wiring. The seller was motivated, offering a 30-day close. The bank approved our $165,000 loan easily. Patricia, the loan officer, knew Billy's track record. We closed on a Wednesday. Holding the keys felt like owning my future. Billy and I revamped the garage nights and weekends. New compressors, diagnostic tools, a real office. The sign read Family Plumbing and Mechanical in bold blue. Maria, our bookkeeper, approved our setup. Jimmy, a 22-year-old trade school grad, was our first hire. By October, we had 3 vans and contracts through New Year's. Our first big job was a $35,000 school plumbing retrofit. Elias's Metro meeting tanked. He lacked the skills for their needs. He called in panic, but I was too busy working. Billy brought news. Metro Industries wanted a $120,000 renovation quote. My emergency work last year earned their trust. We landed the $125,000 Metro Industries contract. It was the foundation for bigger things. Elias called again, begging for another Metro favor. I refused. His firm wasn't up to par. He called me selfish, predicting my business's failure. That Saturday, I posted a photo of Billy and me by our vans. Caption: promotion gift to myself. Family plumbing and mechanical open for business. The family chat erupted in 14 minutes. Mom demanded to know where I got the money. Dad called it irresponsible. Elias said I was embarrassing the family name. Aunt Caroline questioned a plumber affording a business. Dad set an emergency meeting. Their texts were pathetic. Mom said I was in over my head. Dad warned I'd lose everything. Elias accused me of competing instead of supporting family. I deleted their messages and slept soundly. Tom called Sunday morning. Elias lied, saying I vouched for his firm again. I clarified I only got him the initial meeting. Tom respected my honesty. He revealed Metro Manufacturing and Industries shared a parent company. They wanted maintenance contracts for 15 facilities. Sunday's family meeting was a tribunal. I arrived in my company uniform, carrying screenshots. Dad ordered me to end the business. I showed my licenses, everything legit. Mom said I was tearing the family apart. I revealed their group chat betrayals. Comments about my plumbing thing, my bonus, their mockery. I showed $4,300 in family contributions, zero in return. Dad said parenting me was enough. That's not a favor, I countered. You see me as a wallet, not a son. Elias panicked when I mentioned his Metro lies. I told them Tom questioned my judgment because of Elias. My honesty secured us more contracts. Dad warned I'd regret leaving. I said my business was thriving, $125,000 contract, 3 employees, booked solid. Walking out brought peace I'd never felt. Billy and I worked Sunday on the Metro project. I fired my family from controlling my worth. Industrial Group offered a multi-year contract for 15 facilities. A year later, family plumbing and mechanical is dominating. $450,000 in revenue, 12 employees, 8 vans. We expanded into HVAC and electrical, bought the next door building. I spoke at the Contractors Association, earning a standing ovation. Elias's firm lost clients after his Metro failure. He begged for my help. I referred better firms. Selena started visiting, asking real questions. Dad admitted our work was impressive. We charged him $8,500 for repiping, no discounts. He left a 5-star review. Elias invited me to his firm's holiday party. I declined. We were honored as Emerging Business of the Year. He asked for a bartender referral. I charged a $45 finder's fee, business, not family. My family now pays full rates for everything. Success is the sweetest revenge. Over the years, I'd grown accustomed to their dismissal, but this time it stung deeper. My promotion to regional supervisor was a career pinnacle, yet they brushed it aside. The $25,000 bonus wasn't just money, it was validation of my grind. Purchasing the garage felt like reclaiming my worth. The photo I posted wasn't just a flex, it was a declaration of independence. Their outrage confirmed they never expected me to rise. Reddit, you're in for a wild ride with this one. The context is what makes their reactions so satisfying. I've been in the trade since my teens, building a career from sweat and skill. Dropping out of college wasn't failure, it was strategy. I avoided debt while my family worshipped Elias's degree. They saw his office job as the pinnacle of success. My work, keeping buildings functional, was invisible to them. Elias's charmed life was their pride and joy. His perfect grades, his degree, his predictable marriage. Their suburban dream home screamed conformity. I was the black sheep, the one who chose wrenches over diplomas. My $68,000 salary meant nothing to them. They never saw the value in what I did. Every family dinner was a repeat performance. Elias was the star, and I was the cautionary tale. They'd push college like it was my only path to redemption. Fixing critical infrastructure wasn't real work to them. I'd been preparing for this break for years. Nights spent poring over technical drawings paid off. Learning codes and systems wasn't just a job, it was my edge. My network of contractors was my real capital. That Tuesday underground, I was in my element. The call from corporate was a game changer. Margaret's voice held promise, not routine. Morrison's offer was the reward for my hustle. In my world, promotions like this are rare. The meeting was a validation of every late night. Morrison didn't sugarcoat, He respected my work. The numbers proved my value to the company. I'd outpaced every other tech in performance. My heart raced, but I stayed composed. The supervisor role was a leap forward. The salary, truck, and bonus were life-changing. That $25,000 was a symbol of my worth. Accepting felt like claiming my place. Walking out, I was on top of the world. Calling my family was instinct. They should share this. Voicemail after voicemail crushed my high. They were too busy for my moment. Elias's garbage disposal got faster responses. When Elias called back, I hoped for connection. His own promotion news stole the spotlight. His small raise paled next to my leap. I congratulated him, but it felt hollow. Dad's dinner for Elias was a family affair. My promotion didn't warrant a text back. Mom's suggestion that I pay stung deep. They saw me as a paycheck, not a professional. $600 to celebrate Elias while I was ignored. I sipped my coffee, tasting betrayal. Elias's favor request came at the worst time. He didn't even acknowledge my new title. Metro Manufacturing was my client, my win. I'd saved them from disaster before. He wanted my reputation to boost his pitch. I called Tom because family guilt lingers. Tom respected me, knew my worth. He agreed to the meeting because of me. The family chat exposed their true colors. I wasn't meant to see their plans. Dad saw Elias as the family's pride. Mom wanted a venue to match his status. They debated inviting me only for my money. My bonus was their ATM, not my achievement. Mom mocked my trade, my smell, my life. Their laughter burned into my memory. Elias's Metro chat was the final straw. He used my name but hid my role. Dad cheered my useful connections. They wanted my help but not my credit. Those screenshots were my ammunition. They weren't family, they were parasites. Saturday's dinner was a familiar trap. I dressed as myself, not their version of me. Dad's disgust at my uniform was predictable. He went straight for my wallet, no pride. Mom framed Elias's promotion as noble. My bonus was just a tool for them. I pushed back, refusing their demand. Saying no felt like breaking chains. Elias's question about family was laughable. I'd been their bank for years. They ignored my calls but planned Elias's party. Their support was a myth I'd believed too long. I threw their words back at them. Their silence was my first victory. I declared my exit, done with their games. Elias's plea couldn't stop me. The Metro favor was my leverage. Walking out was freedom, pure and simple. Billy's call that night was a lifeline. He understood the value of honest work. I poured out the whole story to him. The garage idea sparked his interest. It was the perfect space for my vision. Becoming my own boss was the goal. Billy's offer to partner was a shock. His experience made it a perfect match. We'd build something unstoppable together. The numbers worked. My bonus, his capital, a loan. Our napkin plan felt like destiny. Elias's call came while I worked. I told him I was done bending. His panic about Dad's will didn't move me. He still wanted Metro's help. I left him to fend for himself. The garage visit with Selena was promising. The setup was ideal for our needs. The seller's desperation was our gain. The bank trusted Billy's name. Closing the deal felt surreal. We poured everything into that space. The sign was our bold statement. Maria saw our potential immediately. Jimmy was eager to learn from the best. October brought vans and steady work. The school job was our first big win. Elias's Metro pitch crashed and burned. His calls went unanswered. I was busy. Metro Industries saw my value. The $125,000 contract was our launchpad. Elias's desperation didn't sway me. His threats about my business amused me. The van photo was my mic drop. The family's reaction was instant chaos. Mom questioned my finances like I was a child. Dad called it a reckless stunt. Elias saw it as a betrayal. Aunt Caroline couldn't fathom my success. Their meeting demand was a joke. Mom thought I was doomed to fail. Dad predicted ruin and shame. Elias wanted me to prop him up. I ignored them and slept peacefully. Tom's call confirmed Elias's lies. I set the record straight with him. His trust in me opened bigger doors. The parent company deal was massive. The family meeting was their last stand. I came armed with proof of their betrayal. Dad's order to quit was absurd. My licenses shut him down. Mom accused me of selfishness. The screenshots exposed their greed. My contributions dwarfed their support. Dad's parenting excuse was weak. I was done being their ATM. Elias's fear when I mentioned Metro was telling. My honesty won us more business. Dad's warning didn't faze me. I listed our successes, contracts, staff growth. Leaving felt like shedding a weight. Billy and I worked, free of their chains. I cut them out of my self-worth. Industrial Group's offer was our future. A year later, we're a powerhouse. Revenue hit $450,000, with a full team. We expanded, bought more space. My speech at the association was a triumph. Elias's firm crumbled after his lies. He begged for my network, I refused. Selena started seeing my worth. Dad was impressed, despite himself. His repiping job cost him full price. His review was a quiet surrender. Elias's party invite was desperate. I was busy being honored elsewhere. His bartender request came with a fee. My family pays market rates now. Success is the best vengeance.